So what we have discussed in the last session, I think we have discussed FTP exploitation, right? How to exploit a FTP vulnerability, like it is a known vulnerability. So first what we have done, so first we perform the scanning and we have performed the enumeration. We have found that vulnerability and we have successfully exploited that one. See, whenever you have seen this vulnerability in your remote system, in your target system, you can simply exploit this vulnerability. So whenever you find the service version, you need to search that service version in the internet and you have to perform the enumeration. Does anyone have any doubts in this one? Yes, anyone have any doubts? If you have any doubts, please let me know. Yes, anyone have any doubts? Okay. So if you don't have any doubts, we will start the next concept, that is, so now we will see some more port exploitation. So in the last class, we have seen the FTP exploitation. So today we will cover the SSH exploitation, like how to perform the SSH exploitation and Telnet exploitation, how to exploit all these things. Like we don't have a known vulnerabilities for these ports. We have only one method, that is a trial and error method, that is a brute force attack. So how to perform the brute force attack on SSH port and a Telnet port. So we will see that one today. So meanwhile, if you have any doubts in the last session, you can ask me. No doubts. Okay, fine. Okay, so what is the command to use to get to know what are the devices are connected in my network? What is the command? Everyone, I need answer. Okay, yes, Satvika. What about remaining one? What is the command? Okay, Navneet. Okay, so the command is net discover. So with this command, you will get what are the devices are connected in your same network. So here you can see my target system is PCS system technique. That is a 192.168.0.101. I'll copy this one. I'll perform basic nmap scan on this one. So now I'll get what are the ports has been opened. So for the first port, FTP port has been exploited successfully. Now we will see the SSH port. See, uh, better to maintain one nodes. Okay, better to maintain one nodes here. So here we have a mouse pad is there. You can, if you want, you can use this one. Okay, so here just to keep your notes like this. Target port SSH. Okay, and the test cases for everything. So what we need to check is we need to check the service version, brute force, or SSH enumeration, and the last one is brute force attack. So like this, we need to prepare a test case for performing an exploitation in your target system. See, and the last one, you have to mention the result here. What is the result you are getting for everything? So the target port is a SSH. First, what you have to perform, you need to find the service version of the SSH. Actually, that is not required, but you need to perform. So what is the command for finding the service version? Yes, what is the command to find the service version?
Smallest capital.
Yes, smallest capital V. So like this, you need to prepare and test case list for each and every exploitation. Not only for this one, whenever you're performing exploitation, you're making anything, you're performing penetration testing, you have to make a report of everything. So here you got an SSH version of OpenSSH 4.7 something you got, but this is a some secure version. This is a secure SSH version. It is not possible to hack this one. So you just need to mention here the service version we got here. This is the service version we got, and we didn't get anything with this one. So don't, there is no vulnerables, or if you want, you can search for the vulnerabilities exploit. Okay, so here we didn't get a particular version. It's just telling us user code execution. So the payload of like that only. So username enumeration below the 2.3. But here 4.7 username enumeration is like performing the brute force attack only. Okay. So there is no open known vulnerabilities for this version. Then what we have to do, we have to perform the SSH enumeration. So for the SSH enumeration, what I am doing here is here nmap script. I'm just running here the script. The script what I'm running here is SMB, so not SMB, SSH asterisk. So like this I can run, I'll get some vulnerabilities. If there is no vulnerabilities, it will perform some, whatever the enumeration things are there, it will be done. But remember one thing, so this SSH telnet enumeration is a useless point. So you won't get anything by performing the enumeration. For this one, you have to perform the brute force attack. See, the SSH and FTP port and Telnet port, these three ports are used for the remote connection purposes. If you want to remote login, if you want to log in your system or your server remotely, at that time you have to use the command called SSH and Telnet. So if you have the right credentials, if you have the proper credentials, you can log in to the system within the anywhere from the world. So how can we get the right credentials? By performing the brute force attack. So brute force attack is also known as a vulnerability name called no rate limiting. No rate limiting is nothing but, suppose, so no rate limiting, like there is a, we have a login form is a, in that login form we have a username, password field, and here we have a login button. So you have provided the credentials, the wrong credentials you have provided 3 times. So now the current web applications, how they have developed, if you enter the 3 times wrong password or 4 times or 5 times, it may block you for some time, for 60 seconds or 120 seconds or 5 minutes or 1 hour, it will may block you. But suppose if in case it is failed to block you after 10 attempts also, what will happen? You have attempted the 10 wrong credentials, and still you have a chance to perform the 11th wrong credential also. The website is not blocking you. What will happen? So attacker will go with the trial and error method. He will find the exact credentials until it logins. Am I right? Yes. He will perform the brute force attack, right? Trial and error method. He will perform until he will get the right credentials. So if a website doesn't have any rate limiting, so the hacker will try this type of error method. If it is limiting the credentials like chances and all, it will be a rate limit. So maximum websites having the rate limiting of 5 or 4 or 3 like that only, not more than the 5. But if in SSH and Telnet, we don't have a rate limiting. You can perform how many trials if you want. If they have the firewall, okay, if they have the firewall, they will block us within a 10 request or 15 request. So if they don't have the firewall, or if you want to bypass the firewall, you can bypass the firewall and you can perform the rate limiting, and then you will get the exact credentials. For this one, you have to make a 2 files. So for this brute force attack, we have some requirement is there. So we need a username file, word list. You can call it as a word list, and a password file. In Kali Linux, we have a one default file is there, that is a rockU.txt, which is consisting some nearly 50 crores passwords, I think. Okay, so if you want, you can use that file also, or otherwise you can search in the internet. So we have a lot of word lists are there, some common passwords, some common usernames that will be with there, or you can make your own word list with the help of the information gathering. So first you need to perform the information gathering about your user. Suppose you are targeting one of the employee in the organization, and you have to make a word list with him, his name, his pet name, and the computer name, his common like and dislikes. So like this, you need to gather some information about the person, and you have to make a word list with that result only. So like that, we have to create the word list. So how this brute force will be performed? Suppose in the username you have provided the four names. Okay. In the username you have provided the four names. That is, just assume Surya, you have provided username one, admin, user, and Akhil. So these are the four names you have provided in the usernames list. You don't know which username is the right one. You have just provided the random one, and you have provided the passwords also. That passwords is like user 1 2 3 4 5 A B C D E F, admin, and share Kali Linux. So 1 2 3 7 passwords you have provided with the 5 usernames. So how the system will be do this brute force attack? So first what it will take? So first it will take the Surya name, and it will check all the passwords. Surya username Surya with the username password Surya user, and with the username Surya it will check the password 1 2 3 4. It will be a, if it is a right credential, it will be log into the account. If it is a wrong credential, it will go to the user password ABCDF. If it is a right credential, it will be done. If it is a wrong, it will go to the admin. If it is a wrong, it will go to the share Kali Linux, and it will go. So after the Surya, so all the credentials has been wrong, it will go to the admin. So with the admin, it will check all the passwords. With the user, it will check all the passwords. With the Akhil name, it will check the all the passwords. If in the user, this Kali is the right password, username is the user, and password is the Kali is the right password, you will get login into the account. So like this, the brute force will be done. So one with all passwords, one username with all passwords. So like this, even if you mention the 5 usernames, 5 passwords, it will take a nearly 5 to 10 minutes of time to complete this process. Like just assume if you provided the list of passwords like a 50 crores passwords, just assume 50 crores into 50 crores, how much time it will take. Okay, so here we need to create a username file and password file. Is that clear for everyone about this SSH exploitation? Does anyone have any doubts about the file creation? I'll help you to create the files, password files, and all things. Just let me know if you have any doubts in this one. So like this, you need to prepare one template. So you can use the Notion also for creating the templates. It will be easy to understand what is your working progress and all things. Now we need to start the MSF console. So after entering into this MSF console, you need to search for the SSH login auxiliary. SSH, yes, search SSH underscore login. Just type this one and you will get some exploits auxiliaries you will get. So you need to remember one more difference between the auxiliary and exploit. Auxiliary is nothing but it will scan the particular thing, but exploit is it will exploit the vulnerability. If you select the auxiliary, it will scan the username passwords, it will apply the username and password. Like this it will perform scanning. We are just performing the scanning, so we are scanning the username and password and we are getting the result. But exploit is a, if you want to exploit the target system, you can use that exploit. If you have the vulnerability, then only you can use the exploitation. So here you can see total we have a 2420 exploits, 1248 auxiliaries, 423 posts. Search for SSH login. I think the curriculum Linux got corrupted. Okay, so we'll wait for some time, then we will get. Meanwhile, we will make some username and password files. So here I'm using the command called nano for creating the username password files. So here I'm just type nano user name dot txt. I think already is there a username file. Okay, so if you see here I have provided some names. Okay, Surya, Vikramaditya, GNU, Parrot, Kali Linux, MSF admin, and thing. So why I am providing here the MSF admin? MSF admin is the a root login for the Metasploitable too. So if you are not providing that one, you won't get the correct credentials. So that you can ask me the question. See, for this one, we know that MSF admin is the right answer. So we can give that right answer, MSF admin in the word list. But what if we don't know the password and username? So some remote servers, we don't know the exact username and password. At that time, you have to provide some common usernames and common passwords which we have downloaded from the internet. I'll show you where to download all those username files and password files, and we have some inbuilt username and password file also there. But if we use that one here, it will take a lot of time. Nearly it will take a 1 to 2 days time to complete the task. So that's why I'm giving here MSF admin. So now I'll create the, if I type ls, so here you can see username.txt is there, and so I'll try to create the password.txt. So here I have given some random passwords. Okay, so here I have provided the MSF admin also. If you want to save after all those things typing, okay, so here I'll type one more command. Okay, like this you need to type. So just hit enter and type the names and all things. Okay, then if you want to save this one, you can use a keyword control yes. Control yes for save. Okay, if you want to exit from this terminal, control X. Here you can see for exit, control X you need to use like this. So if you type ls, so here you can see the password.txt and username.txt. With this one only we are going to attack the target system. So here in the Metasploitable console, so here you search for the SSH underscore login. So here we have a two things are there, two auxiliaries only, but this is the thing we want. This one we don't want. So this one only we are going to see. So SSH login check scanner, but this one is a SSH public key login scanner. We don't have any public key. We just only want to check the SSH login check scanner. So you have to use this one. Use 0. Hit enter. So after using this one, just type options. So if you see here, we have to give the lot of options here. So like the lot of options is nothing but, so here our host value we need to give. Okay. So the requirements for this one is our host value. So you can make a note of that one. What are the things? So for this auxiliary, the requirement things are our host value we require, the username file we require, password file we require. Okay, other than this we have a one more thing is that is stop on success need to be true and verbose need to be true. Okay, so right here the stop on success and the verbose. What is this stop on success and what is this verbose? Stop on success is whenever the attack, so whenever you have started the attack, it will trial with the one username with all the passwords, like that it will go. So whenever it got the right credentials, it will stop the attacking the system. Whenever it got the right credentials, it will stop attacking the system on that login page. And the verbose is whatever you are performing the scanning things, so you will get output. So these are the these are the things is using in the backend. So this is the username we are using, this is the password you are using. That information it will be visible, it will be print on the terminal only. If you are not enabling this information, you won't get that information, like which sequence they are using, so which combination they are using for attacking the system. I'll show you so how it will look like if you use the verbose, if you not using the verbose. If you are not using the verbose, you won't get all the combinations, you only get the right credentials list only. So see here, we need to set the R host value, we need to set the stop on success, we need to set the use verbose file, and we have to set the username file, and we have to set the password file. So first we will go with the R host value, set R host 192.168.0.101. So this is my target IP address. And then next username file you have to give. So here the file name is user file, set user underscore file. So what is the file name we have created earlier? That is a username.txt, username.txt. That's it. And we have to give the password file, that is a pass file, set pass underscore file. So what is the file we have created? That is a password.txt. Whatever you want, you can give the name for that file. Password.txt we need to provide. Then we have to set the stop on success equals to true. Set stop on success might be true. Okay. Yes, Sandeep. That's right. Password name is mistake. Password.txt. And stop on success I have set. Verbose I will set here. Set verbose true. Okay. After all these things, we have set the our host value, we have set the username file, we have set the password file, we have set the stop on success is true, verbose is true. So after all these things, just exploit, type exploit, that's it. So it will start the brute forcing attack. So here it will see, so failed. So these are the combinations you are using. If you are not use the verbose, if you leave this verbose as the default fail, you won't get all these combinations in the front end. So everything will be done in the back end. You only get the right credentials. So these are the combinations we are using. They won't tell us if you are not using the verbose true. If you are used to set the verbose is false, you won't get all this information. So if you see here, with one username, it is checking all the passwords like this. So whenever it reaches the MSF admin username and the password is MSF admin, then we will get the right credentials. Automatically, it will create a session with the target system. Got it? This one, SSH exploitation. Does anyone have any doubts? Is it clear for everyone? I need everyone response. Whoever is there in the class, I need everyone's response. Joshna, Navneet, Satvika, Sushil, Ish. Okay, so if you don't have any doubts, just exploit this one and let me know. So make it fast. We have to complete the telnet also. So make it fast. Is it completed? The exploitation. So everyone, please look at the screen for 1 second. See, so after completing the exploitation, see, everywhere we are getting the fail, fail, fail. So here we are getting a red highlighted mark. But here in the last one, we are getting the plus, that is a success. So the right credentials is the MSF admin and the MSF admin. So stop on success. Whenever we got our right credentials, the attack will be stopped. Whenever the credentials will be success. See, after getting this one, here you can see SSH session 1 has been opened. So after finding the right credentials, it is exploiting the system. It is remotely connecting to the system using SSH port. So for this one, after completing the auxiliary, after completing the scanning, you need to type the sessions hyphen I. Sessions hyphen I you need to use to know how many sessions has been open in your target system. Okay, so see, here it is connected. The session has been connected to this IP address 101 through the port number 22. That is a SSH port. So if you want to use this one, sessions hyphen 1, because the ID name of the session is 1. So like this, you need to use the sessions hyphen 1, then hit enter. So it will start interacting with the 1 and you will get the root with that. So just hit enter, then type ls vulnerable, who am I, MSF admin. So it is confirmed you are successfully exploited. You are in a MSF admin user. Got it, everyone? Does anyone have any doubts with this one? Yeah. So use this command session hyphen I to get to know how many sessions has been opened, active sessions, and you can use the session ID to interact with that session. So please exploit this SSH within 5 to 10 minutes. Then we will move on to the telnet. Make it fast, guys, and let me know whenever it is completed. Is that exploitation is completed? Hello. Hello guys, are you there? Hello. Is that exploitation is completed? Okay, so whoever is completed. Okay, it's done. Yeah, Sandeep, just connect with that session using the sessions -1. So if it is completed, I'm going to give you the task. Everyone, please answer if it is done. Okay. See the same methodology for the telnet also, but you have to change some slight difference. You have to change slightly. You have to change. See here, we have used the SSH login. Okay. For that one, you have to use in place of SSH everywhere. You need to mention the telnet only. So same thing only. You have to perform the brute force attack. You have to use the. You can use the same username password phase for this one and perform that one also. Okay. So that is your task. So after submit, like after completing that one, everyone please share your screenshots in the chat box. I want to see that one. Okay. So start doing now and complete it fast as soon as possible. So at the 12:50, I'll show you like what are the options you need to set everything. So meanwhile, just select the auxiliary and try to give the options to that one. And just ask me if you are getting any doubts. Please unmute yourself and you can directly talk to me. So can anyone please share your screen and show me which auxiliary you have been selected? Anyone? So you need to select some auxiliary. So just anyone please show me which auxiliary you have been selected.
Can I share my screen, sir?
Yes, yes, you can share your screen, Satvika.
I have selected this auxiliary, sir. Scanner tele.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, there are two of them. I searched for the sorry, Telnet underscore login. So I have selected the second one.
Okay, okay. Then what are the options you have provided there?
Options I have provided the same one, so the similar one for which I have set for the previous thing. Purpose
Okay,
to on success stop and the file location where they are particularly,
okay.
and the host is need to be executed.
Stop on success is true. For this one, we need no need to set the verbose true. So the but default, you will get the verbose is in true one. So not an issue even if you set that one. So scroll down. Okay. So after that, you got a session there. Okay. Sessions. Scroll down. S- Yeah, that is it. So you successfully got connected into that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So please turn off your screen sharing.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Guys, see. So you need to select Telnet login. So you have to search for the Telnet login. I have to use the first one, not the 0th one here. So here we need to provide the password file, username file, our host value, stop on success we need to provide here the true, verbose we need to set it to the true. After all those things, just exploit the thing. So it will be exploited. So it will perform all these combinations and the last you will get the one session has been opened like how we are getting for the SSH. So same thing we will get for the Telnet also. Yes, Sandeep, that's right. So you're getting sessions hyphen I, a number you can use for open the cell, or you can open and don't open the two shells at the same time. Like if you are using the SSH connection, just close that port before opening in the Telnet connection. Okay. So sometimes it might correct your hardware. So okay. So before opening the new session, please close the previous session. So you need to make a report of this one, like how you exploited the SSH and the Telnet, and you have to send it to me. Uh, like we have shared the Google form, right? You have to submit in that Google form. The today's assignment, you need to mention the date and all things, and there you can provide your reports. So how you exploited step by step, you need to explain everything. So how you have created the files. I mean, this old list files, everything. Is that clear? And does anyone have any doubts with this one? Yes. Does anyone have any doubts with the assignment?
No, sir.
Is it clear for everyone? This telnet exploitation, SSH exploitation. Does anyone have any doubts with any other things? Okay. So please complete the assignment and submit the assignment in time. So before coming to the session, you need to submit the report. Got it? Yeah, that's it, guys. So that is the today's session. So here attempting to start the MSF admin. So after the thing, sessions. So same session 2 here. So it's interacting with the session 2. Here you can see MSF at the rate of metasploitable2, which means so you are in a MSF admin user in the metasploitable2 server. So like this, we have to perform the brute force attack on the system. So see, whatever the things we are discussing here, so just try with the some real-time applications also. So go with the some other country web applications. Don't go with the Indian web applications. Go with the other country web applications. Scan the network, and if you see anything related to the FTP, SSH, or Telnet, try to exploit that one, performing the brute force attack on all things. But don't go with the Indian government, because we have some cyber laws in India government. It is very strict. If you are trying, if you are practicing, we are not exploiting, we are not doing any illegal things, we are just practicing with the other things. Okay, so whatever you are performing, go with the other country websites, then you can learn, and you can secure our country networks on country websites, and you can secure our other country networks and things also. Okay, is that clear for everyone? For example, yes, I'll show you. Suppose, so here I'm going to apply some Google Docs site colon.pk. So here I'll get all my Pakistani related websites. So I'll go with this daraz.pk. I'll copy this one. So first I'll perform the nmap scan on this one. Okay, nmap scan on this one. Then I'll get how many ports has been open in my target system, like that. Sushil, what happened to you? Is that much of funny? So here you can see only two ports has been the FTP, HTTP port and HTTPS port on. So until now we have just discussed the FTP port, SSH, Telnet only, right? So just try to scan the networks. If they have the FTP, SSH, and Telnet, try to perform all this. If it is not there, just leave it. So when we complete it, HTTP, SMB, and all things, you can use the different things. Yeah. Yeah, Sushil. Because if you perform anything in Indian websites, we have some cyber laws. I already told you. Like if you want, you can perform in here also. Like if you want, you can use a Canada website, Russian websites, like that. So if they find you, like someone is scanning their network, scanning is not illegal, but enumeration is illegal. If they find you while doing the enumeration, so nothing, they will raise a complaint to the cybercrime police, and they will ask you like why you are performing the enumeration on that network like this. Some consequences will be there. That's why I'm telling you to go with some other country websites for practicing. That's it. Otherwise, you can go to the some vulnerable machines. You can download the vulnerable servers. You can practice with those servers. Okay, after this ever exploitation, I'll provide you some servers to you. So with these servers, you can practice. No need to go anywhere. With those servers, you can practice with you in the home. Is that clear? Yeah. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me, guys. Otherwise, we can wind up this session. Thank you. Thank you for the joining. Any doubts you're having, you can ask me. Does anyone have any doubts? Thank you. Thank you, Sandeep. Okay. Think you don't have any doubts. Stu Valley, coordinator, are you there? Prashant sir, are you there? Mandira. Sandhya, I'm using a Dell laptop. It is 16 GB and 512 SSD.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hello Mandira. Session is done. Can wind up the session.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you guys. We will see you.